Hi, what's up, y'all? It is Justice with the Y, leader of the tribe. Been popping in this skin since '99, sovereign and divine. My cool ass. What's up, y'all? We're back with another poetry session, moment thing, or whatever. I guess the theme today is like I'm just focusing on me, really. I Today is quite like not the mood, but it is a mood. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just really feeling like not Debbie Downer per se, but like it's something like nearby. Like it's not depression, but it's like I'm here, but I'm not. Like I guess I'm her or whatever. Like I don't know. It's just whatever is given, it's just gonna give. So, um, I have some poetry on my handy dandy tablet. I use this app on my tablet that's called Poetrizer, Poetry. It's a poetry app, and like I think they're like German or something, but it's like spelled in English kind of. And what's weird about it is like the majority of the app is in a whole nother language, but I use it anyway because I like the fonts and shit. It's really cute. It's really cute, and it's free. You know, they offer like being able to turn your poetry into books and shirts and graphic T-shirts. I just think it's really nice. How kind of them to be so supportive and like there about it. And like I never looked into any of that other stuff, but nonetheless, most of my poetry is on there. So if it's not in my handy dandy poetry book, it's in there. So yeah, y'all. I mean, today, like I said, today's mood is just I don't know. It's not too uppity. It's not too low. It's just like I don't know. At this point in my life, I'm just like here today. So I'm like, you know what, God, high and divine energy source. I am your lost grocery bag today. I'm just here, just a lost grocery bag, just floating in the wind, chilling. You know, getting by. So I hope you like these. I hope this is relatable. And it's called Poetizer. Ah, okay. But yeah. So without further ado, we're gonna ado further. I'm looking to find myself in you. And if that's not in you from what I can see, then I left because I know I'm looking for me. Is that not what love is? Compatibility is actually familiarity with the self and another being outside of oneself. It's the opportunity to see self-reflection through the perception of another. In other words, to see myself in you is to see me. I'm a selfish lover, but not a selfish person. And I know the difference between because I am peace and harmony. I am not at peace through harming. The innocence and natural resonance I find charming, the authentic passion, symbiotic attraction. I'm happy having my whole self and lucky to find in you. Half as wholesome as finding oneself alone, but behold, I'm a selfish lover who wants all of me to share with you. Are you selfish with yourself too? I don't get jealous. I was born the oldest. A heavenly hell to think of oneself alone as lonely. The sweet taste of solitude is bitter if only one doesn't give grace to the moment. I'm a selfish lover and shameless of my growth, my awareness, my truth, and dares of sparing my next contender a brief love affair, please. Just because I leave quickly dismissing doesn't mean I'm empty. I'm full of myself and hungry for me. It's an instinct, a must, a love over lust type of thing. I want to love you like I love myself, and baby, I love me for me, sweetie. I'm a selfish lover, but not a selfish being. So this piece I pretty much wrote, I don't know if y'all know much about me. I'm sure you don't, but allow me to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Justyce with the Y, and I have the love life of like a bird flying south for the winter. Like it's pretty lonely. And I have so much me to share and like give and everything, you know. And at the same time, I think it's too much for somebody. I've been dating lately and haven't been finding the best luck. I've been way more chill about it. I've been way more relaxed about how I present myself and everything, and I don't know. It's just it makes me feel some type of way in a sense where I just it's not like I pity myself. It's not like I feel lonely in a bad way. It's one thing to feel alone. Like it's one thing to be alone and a whole nother thing to feel lonely. And I live alone anyway. I have the best company with myself. Honestly, I got plants and like, you know, some stuffed animals and stuff to like, you know, kick it with. And I don't know. I wrote this poem because I felt like I needed it to kind of explain to myself why I am the way I am. I'm selfish with my love, but that don't mean I'm a selfish person. When I like you, I like you. Like I like you, and I want to spend time with you. I ain't got shit else to do. I'm in the city alone, where I ain't got no family or friends for real. I got friends, but like they do their own thing. So I want to be with you, but I don't want to overwhelm you. But at the same time, like I like me. And the whole point of me dating is to see me and somebody else, is to find compatibility, is to find similarities, is to find that I don't feel alienated the way that I already feel. I don't feel alone with this person the way that I already feel. I can explain myself. I don't even have to explain myself. You just get it. Something about that makes me really attract to a person, and I don't want that to overwhelm them or scare them. My love is just so much of like overemphasizing. I'll be honest. I really like when I like you, there's no question. You don't have to ask yourself if I like you. I do above and beyond the most to show you I like you, but it's not too much like middle school crush, but it is enough to where it's like, you know, I'm sending you poems when you wake up type stuff. I might read some of those on here. Today is just not that day. Um, I'll do stuff like, you know, I'll ask you casually, like, what are your favorite snacks? And the next time we meet up, we'll probably do like a picnic or something, which I just did for somebody, and we're not talking. So I think that might attribute to why I'm in one of my moods today. Anyway, we'll move on. As you know, the laundry machine is going on. It's a little rude, but we'll get through. Okay, next poem. This next piece, I will say this next piece has to do with me disassociating. I do that very often. I'm a Capricorn moon. My fourth house is in Aquarius, and I also have my south node in there, adjacent to my natal Uranus. So if you know, you know. But in other words, so yeah, I'm prone to like cut people off and walk off like it was nothing. And it doesn't mean I don't have feelings or I don't care or I hate you or anything like that. No, I know how to be detachable Barbie. That's all. Anyway, we'll just read the poem and we'll go from there. But it's funny how I can sense, feel, detect the way to cut, dissect, disconnect correctly at that and never look back. Maybe just once in a while for that one. I forgive myself every time. I think it's kind of ironic. I picked up the lessons my exes neglected when I let them go. We never left it normal. I found I'm better growing alone. I still have moments when it's cold at night. I snuggle with a pillow and nuzzle my head, grab third eye into what I pretend might be like feeling. All right, y'all, that was rude. My phone kind of like tapped out too soon, and we'll read it again. Um, yeah, no, she's just it's Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde. Take two. and just pick up where we left off. I think it's kind of ironic. I picked up the lessons my exes neglected when I let them go. We never left it normal. I found I'm better growing alone. I still have moments when it's cold at night. I snuggle with a pillow and nuzzle my head wrapped third eye into what I pretend might be like, feel like you. Something I ain't had, and shouldn't I have so much room for two? Is it bad? I want to share myself so willingly with the possibility, because we don't really talk too much. I want to touch hearts, not crush, but just enough for a little pink. I mean, it warms me up remembering how I make you blush. I just want that same feeling to share, but a love like my own can't compare outside, knowing a love of mine. Dense, intense, saccharine, immensely powerful, honest, this took time. The steady focus of my inner flow, laser light focused, beaming when seeing me, you so brightly inspiring me, forgetting I forgot, then reminded, reflected memories, pieces of me remembering. Does God see me greedy, blind, unhealed, or unwise, to admire something outside my own self-sight? I mean, finding my own person was heaven from hell, and still, it's all I know. Loving within, it's more than familiar. It's my story, my freedom, my own freedom. Unlocking my hidden blossoming, I'm my lost and found key. It's home for me. I think I know myself pretty well, I feel. Only unsure when I meet a woman whose introduction slash interaction becomes a discovery, a distraction from inner journey. Not a U-turn, but a detour. Only for a moment, only as she comes and goes. I never lost my way nor my destination, just the name of the road, but taking the highway with you won't take me as long as I'm in my own lane, right? Or maybe I could be wrong. The further I go, the sooner I know life's a trip. Getting more comfortable staying here with hazards on. Maybe just that once for that one. Even if only for now. I forgive myself every time, knowing the love of mine. It's home for me, even if only for now. This coincides with the other thing I was just talking about. You know, I'm lonely. I'm a lonely bitch. Girl, it's just me every night. I don't do nothing. I literally just had friends hit me up, ask me if I wanted to go to the club, and I was like, no. Like, and it's not that I don't want to hang out with them. I do. I don't smoke, not as much as I used to, and I don't smoke at all anyway. I got health issues, but I also don't drink. I just don't like to drink. I don't see how people like that. It's just not for me. And then I'm not, I don't know, baby. I might just be boring. Shit, I'd rather say I don't even watch TV. I read books. Like that's what I find fun for me. You feel me? So to club, no. No. Capricorn moon at that, baby. No. No. Thank you though, but no. Yeah, so this, like I said, this pretty much just coincides with the first poem. Ooh, this one here. I kind of like this one here. I kind of like this one here. So I was in line one day waiting to go, you know, check out with my food or whatever, like a normal human being. I try to be human. But, you know, I just write poems on the fly sometimes. Sometimes it beats stuff like this when I'm just standing in line. Or, girl, I'm on my way to work, on my way home, you know, chilling in transit, whether that's the bus, the train, whatever it is, whatever the flow. And, you know, I mean, even right before I go to bed, I'll just type up something, whatever I'm feeling. And this was one of those poems, and I didn't expect it to get this good. I didn't expect it to get this serious, so to speak. So let's just see. Let's just read it. I titled it How. The other poems I ain't really have a title for. Just like threw it out there. But if you all have any suggestions, I'm open to it. You know, type a little something in the comments. Hey. How a woman makes a walk look like coffee. Smooth, warm, energy-filled blackness. How anything she speaks is either love, revolution, or a humble mixture of both. spoken so well, you get convinced to trust whatever future she holds in her hands of her own. And it's simply unwritten poetry. How she speak like that and don't even know. Her words about as raw as freeform locks. All growth starts from within. Let her tell it. And you don't just hear, but you listen. How nearby ears perk up, frequently optimistic, picking up on this mystic. We all see what she's saying. Special type of optometrist. She speaks sight to the blind. It's blatant. Blessed to death with her language every time she speak with her hands. How handy if she capitalized on all this, but she's spirit. The life she lived just come with gifts is comforting. How she justified talent by naturalism. Healing by honest observation followed by action, not just needed but graciously taken. The type of medication that don't call for Caucasian voodoo language on paper. Just listen and experience balance in the making, equilibrium in the creation, harmony softly spoken from the heart like it's cooking from both sister and mother, even if it's no relation. An evident indication. When you clean your mess and clear your stress and let nobody press your buttons gracefully with patience, one finds oneself with peace. The conscious speaks and unconsciously becomes an instrument of God's freedom of speech if you're wondering how. Ask a living, breathing grace. Ask the current testimony. Ask for strength in your faith because to know and believe are two different things. Ask why instead of how next time because I make it look easy. Ask for reason to love. Explanation for peace. Another day to make space for inner patience to receive great serenity. Say grace before you ask for anything. Give authentic thanks for what's to come in any way. Don't just pray, but make a conversation. Don't track their timeline, child. Track your own pace. And keep the faith and lose expectations of how. If you ain't listening by now, then you simply ain't the recipient. Self-discipline, intuition, gratitude, confidence, and open genuineness, and you feel how. Experience as you might with no opinion if you like. Give in so you can win because you're the only one in the fight. Don't say wow. Don't ask now. Don't ask how. Your own justice comes with the why. That was cute, right? So yeah, this is really good because I was feeling pretty low and I told myself I'm gonna read this one last. And I like it. It's empowering, you know. It's a good pick me up. It feels great. How? You see how? No, excuse me. Needless to say, I wrote this poem about myself. I wrote it for myself unknowingly. I just started writing and then it became about me. It's kind of like, you know, drawing and then the picture comes to you. You have like a few scratches, a few lines here and there. You don't know what it's going to turn out to be, but you just go with it. Yeah. And the freestyle of just writing this out turned into something really beautiful. I like it. I like this one a lot. And I don't know, it allowed me to reflect on myself in a way that allowed me to view myself as strong, as inspiring, as something I always needed to see myself in, a light I always needed to see myself in. And I'm glad I wrote this. Yeah, I'm glad I did. A lot of it I would edit, just a little bit, but other than that, because I don't like to repeat words, I'm real nitpicky about that. But despite that, I like it. So, yeah, I don't know if I want to do another poem. I might be in the mood. Let's see if we got anything else in here. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. Let's see what we got in the handy dandy book today. This one's great. I don't know if I should read this one today or maybe later. You know what? Let's end off strong. Let's end off on a powerful note. So let's go with it. This one I wrote August 17th at 6 p.m. Okay, this year. Again, I wrote this while I was just like standing around waiting somewhere. And I realized I was getting pissed off because I'm in Chicago, and it's kind of culture shocking, really. Really is culture shocking seeing how diverse a place has the potential to be, yet it fights so relentlessly yet strategically to keep things very segregated, you know? And it surprises the natives when I point this out because they're like, oh, well, you don't have this back in that. No, we don't have this back in St. Louis, bro. I'm like, we got all kind of folks just sitting around chilling and stuff. It's an Asian person, an Indian person, a native person. We all just chilling because we like anime. We all just sitting here just, like passing a blunt around, whatever it is. Nobody really think like that. Half these people mixed anyway. Ain't nobody sitting here, oh, guys, we have one of every ethnicity. Aren't we diversity and equity and inclusion? We don't do none of that. It's just passive, unless it's like a cop going by, like some old Karen that's like a teacher or something, then we all just like, oh, this chick, whatever. But they're the outsiders. We don't really do that. At least in my perspective from what I've seen in life, being from St. Louis or whatever. But long story short, I was getting a whole bunch of side eyes and nasty glances, but simply being there. And that's something that's common, I found. And it's not until I open up my mouth and speak out loud, to even voice that when people hear my vocabulary, the way I speak or whatever. I got an auntie that calls me Fergie just because I speak like I read books. But anywho, all of a sudden I get respect, or I'm being looked at like, oh, well, maybe she's not the typical angry black lady. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't put that label on every melanated woman. But anyway, that inspired me to write this little piece right here, and I love this one. So I'll share it with you because I feel like it's gonna make me feel better today. So I hope it makes you feel better too. I'm convinced the black woman's the strongest creation God has ever put forth on this place. Is that why I go through the things I do on a daily? Why people find it right to assume my type, my kind, my liking, as if my presence alone is enough for them to try, underestimating my measure of dignity, value, and pride. Why haven't I met someone willing yet to openly admit I must be special? How we embody God's patience, God's grace to bear and grit the disrespect faced on a daily basis as if it's expected. My kindness be a challenge made and choice taken deliberately, but not to be mistaken, corrected question. How am I the soft touch of God's good, warm love, and yet intimidating? Shall I take it as flattering? The way Caucasians teach their children hate with such spite and righteousness, then get conflicted when met with my intelligence, my beauty, my humanity, my vocabulary, my smile. Afraid of the lies of their own fabricated demise, how ruthless their fibs can't fit my description because she's not like those other types. She's different, educated. She's your teacher, the nurse, the assistant, the lady with the answers and your credit to keep. Damn, don't I make it look easy? A genius in disguise, the genes of God, the true genesis between my thighs, that grown boys seem entitled to, right? Or rewrite, I should say. I never seen a woman come from rib to this day, but I digress. I never seen a woman of melanin shoot up the public, I protest. I never been a woman of hate. I'm full of love and fearless, I confess. I am magic. I am magic. I am a mystery to y'all. I'm stronger than pain, and somehow that's strange. God bless, ain't I magnificent? The stares I get from walking in a room, ain't I a star? The weight on my shoulders I carry like boulders. I'm a crystal among rocks. I am the action, not the talk. The trend, not the celebration. In fact, I'm a party on my own. 6 cops deep to a woman alone. I must be stronger than these if so much is needed. Soured surprises on their faces as they taste the sound of my sweetness like Anita Baker pastries. My angelic voice caked against these demons. I say, don't I deserve a cookie? A participation award for existing, while the entitled brush past me without looking. I'm the flower in full bloom that grew from concrete. Ain't I a sight to see? Name the many assumptions about me none ever get to ask because I'm too exclusive. I'm diversity, equity, and inclusion. The reason why even in the dark there's light within the moon, the stars and the blackness between them, I am that too. But y'all too scared to even realize I am God's child through and through. Don't we look alike? I love this. God, I love this one. I love this. This is the one right here. This is the hot sauce. Woo. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I love this. Yeah, this was pretty great. This one changed my whole mood. This one changed my whole mood. I'm actually pretty glad of this one. I'm pretty proud. And yeah, I feel this one is actually like well written, not just in the sense that it conveys the message needed, but it stands strong enough on its own. I really don't feel like it needs much editing. Even though this one is one of those poems that I wrote, just like standing alone off to the side, just doing my own thing or whatever. But no, really, this one is pretty good. I don't feel like it needs many edits. I don't feel like it needs a revision or anything. I can't even say that and I'm pretty hard on my own work. I don't see a need to critique it. I don't. I think it's nice just as it is. And my goodness, it's inspiring. It's quite a message, and it changes the mood. It really does. So I hope you like this. I hope you find it appealing, relatable, maybe uplifting in the same sense that I get it. And yeah, y'all, people being loud and ignorant. So I think I'm gonna cut it close and call this a good run, a good read. Like, comment, subscribe, all those things you want to do, whether the weather calls you to. And this has been Justice with the Y, and I succeed when I try. Got love and knowledge from my people, every girl, every guy. Bye.